Stone. That's his name.
Stoner here with the Upstate Music Channel. Happy Tuesday. You know what that means? THC Tuesday is for your second episode. All right, let's jump right in. We're going to talk about Brigrats today. What are Brigrats? Well, brig, a military term the Navy uses. Army calls it a stockade. But these are people who get arrested for doing usually not so smart things and have to serve overnight or a few years in a military prison because of breaking the military rules and laws and customs and courtesies and all that other good crap. The Uniform Code of Military Justice. These are the people that get in trouble. Not the troublemakers, but just the people that got caught. Chesty Puller once said, "Take me to the brig where I can see the real Marines. You're not a real Marine until you have your first office hours," which that's your first non-judicial punishment. But anyway, we're going to talk about a few of those that are famous musicians. One of them being Don Lytle. You don't know who that is? Well, it's Johnny Paycheck. And Mr. Paycheck went to prison a few times. But his first encounter with the law, real prison time, was in 1956 when he joined the Navy and became part of the gasoline crew on an aircraft carrier. And apparently a superior officer said something he really did not like, or I don't know exactly what happened, but he assaulted him, got in trouble, got arrested, escaped pre-trial confinement twice, and was sentenced to 18 years. Ended up only doing 2. Was discharged in 1959. And, well, that brings us to another Brigrat. This time it's an Army guy, a soldier. I don't know what his MOS was, but he was with a 3rd Armor in Germany. And do you recognize this intro? Oh, yeah. Terrence Trent D'Arby, if you don't know who that is. He was born Terrence Trent Howard. He goes by, and I'm going to have to read this, Sandananda Maitreya, something like that. But he was with the 3rd Army Division, and he was court-martialed for going AWOL in 1983. So Terrence Trent D'Arby, or I am not going to murder that name. I'm not gonna say that because I don't know how to pronounce it, and it's I'm a knuckle dragger, so we're gonna try it. Sanadana Materia, something like that. But Terrence Trent D'Arby, the song "Wishing Well," big one in the '80s. I love that song. That's like one of the most recognizable intros to an '80s kid. That and Buffalo Stance, I think, from Nina Cherry. But anyway, let's talk a little bit more. One more Brigrat. And I couldn't find anybody that was Air Force, but I got to find a brother. Hoorah. Freddie Fender, the man. And we're going to have a cover of one of his songs he made famous coming up after this. But Freddie Fender, born, and here's another name, Baldemar Garza Huerta. I hadn't been in Mexico in, my Lord, since 1994, so yeah, I hadn't. Ugh. But anyway, he got in a little trouble when he was in the Corps, was discharged as a private and court-martialed in 1956. He signed up for 3 years after he dropped out of high school and liked alcohol a lot and was an alcoholic. And according to his statement, said he got a letter in the Navy that gave him a better discharge to a general, or it might have been an honorable, I'm not sure, but it'd be one of the two. And got his discharge upgraded because of his alcoholism, and he had some demons. And that's the thing about musicians and military, we're kind of cut from the same cloth. Oh my Lord, man, I have seen people in the military that come in, these young guys that come in, and women. And you have musicians that have a lot of the same traits, and they do a lot of the same stuff. But that was our Brigrat section of today, and we're going to have a cover, and it's going to be Before the Next Teardrop Falls, made famous by Freddie Fender. Hoorah, a Marine, a brother Marine, Semper Fi. Freddie Fender's no longer with us. He is guarding the streets of gold, according to the Marine Corps hymn. The thing about Marines, once we kick off, once we go, we got duty as soon as we get up to heaven. So, don't be in a hurry. But Freddie Fender, Next Teardrop Falls, written by Ben Peters and Vivian Keith, covered by the Hot Notes. And the guy who's singing this is a Navy vet, and I think he was in the 80s, late 70s, early 80s, John Holden. Great guy, great bass player. Neil McJunkin on guitar, Philip Henderson on keys, and Terry Rochester on drums. But this is not the regular drummer. This was a fill-in drummer for this night. But here's The Next Teardrop Falls, covered by the Hot Notes. Check them out on all social media platforms. We'll be back in a minute.
If he brings you happiness, I wish you both the best. Your happiness matters most of all. And if he ever breaks your heart, if the teardrops ever start, well, I'll be there before the next teardrop falls. Shall I never die? If I can just be stood by Palestino, I'll adore. And if he ever makes you blue, just remember I love you, and I'll be there before the next teardrop falls. I'll be there anytime you need me by your side. Oh, to drive away every teardrop that you cried. And if he ever breaks your heart, if the teardrops ever start, well, I'll be there before the next teardrop falls. Come on, baby. Anytime you want me by your side, hard to drive away every teardrop that you cry. And if he ever makes you blue, just remember I love you, and I'll be there for the next teardrop falls. Yes, I'll be there before the next teardrop falls. Y'all stick around. We're coming.
That was, what was that? Next Teardrop Falls, covered by the Hot Notes. It is THC Tuesday. I have been known to, never mind. We're going to talk about another Brigrat, but not somebody that was in the military. Somebody that was arrested by the military. Yeah, taken into custody and wheeled out of a hotel by the Army. Not our guys, the Thailand Army. And it's got to be pretty bad for them to come get you in Thailand, because that's pretty wild, crazy, really crazy place. I got stories I can't say on here, even though I have an adult, not that kind of adult channel, but, over 18 type people. I could cuss on here, but, I've got a few people that watch these that might not like that. Probably don't care, but anyway, I'm talking about Billy Idol, one of my favorites. I actually love this guy. He does a couple of Doors covers too, but he covered Money Money, written by Tommy James, Bo Gentry, Richie Cordell, and Bobby Bloom. And Billy Idol has a writing credit on it for his version, which was released in 1989. But after a bad breakup with, I can't remember if they were married, but they broke up. But this was the mother of one of his children, I believe. He decided to take a break from music, touring, and life in general, and just go blow off some of that steam and go to Thailand with his buddies and yeehaw it up and do a little rebel yell. But he apparently did a little too much and was trashing a hotel room just like a freaking awesome rock star would. And, well, they couldn't get him under control. So they call the Army. It's got to be pretty bad when they call the freaking Army to get you out of a hotel. That's pretty. Nikki Sixx ain't got nothing on this guy. When they had to call the freaking Army, the military force of that nation had to come in and I've trained with some of these people. They're pretty hardcore. But they shot him with tranquilizer guns, like boop, 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 and got him knocked out and wheeled his tail out on a gurney. Billy Idol should have been a Marine, because that sounds like a Marine Corps story right there. It has, what was it, Operation Cobra Gold they did. It's a training mission in Thailand they do yearly or something. But there's some stuff with some snakes and a few other things. But Thailand's a wild and crazy place where you can go and just indulge in all sorts of activities. And to get the Army called on you to tranquilize you, that's pretty awesome. But here is Exempt. I love these guys. One of my favorite cover bands, Exempt, Benny Payne, and Matt, I think his last name is Smith. I did not look that up. THC Tuesday. It's not Matt Smith, it's Matt something. But it's Matt, Benny, and Biscuit on drums, and I should have looked that up. But they're going to be doing a cover of Money Money, filmed at the Powdersville Pub, which is now closed because of the South Carolina venue crisis. But anytime you ever hear anything about Billy Idol, just think of, he does almost like Elvis little twitch with his lip. I wonder if that was before or after the tranquilizers. Maybe. Well, here's Money Money, covered by Exempt. Thank you for watching.
Don't stop, turn around, come on, money. We'll be right back in just a few minutes.
All right, that was Exempt covering Money Money. Love Exempt. Got their names now, looked them up. Benny Payne on bass and vocals. Billy Bridges on guitar and vocals. Matt Davis, that's the guy that was singing most of that, on guitar and vocals, and Biscuit on drums and vocals. The guitarist, the guy with long hair running around, he actually, I'd make a, small world, work with my sister-in-law over at Clemson. Which was a pretty cool story for another time, but that's been THC Tuesday. Little dedication to all the Brigrats and people that's got a little wild life. I love you guys. I'm not personally a troublemaker. I just never got caught. But this is for the Brigrats and the guys that made the military fun. Fun things to watch people do. And, then sometimes the military would come up with weird punishments. If you ever get a chance to see the movie Men of Honor, there's a scene when they're coming up to the dive school, and there's a guy, I think he's standing in his underwear outside in front of, the commander's office with a pot and a spoon going banging, 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 going, I stole the pot. I stole the pot. Apparently, he stole the pot. Thank you for watching THC Tuesdays from Stoner. This is Stoner with the Upstate Music Channel, and I can't talk, but thank you for watching. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned something. We'll see you out there on stage somewhere, probably at Wild Country. Thank you for watching.
All rain, and they march you to the table. You see the same old thing.
Flame of desire, burning under the moon. Oh, everybody living on Tulsa time.
Well, you know I've been through it. When I set my watch back to it, living on toast.
I'm giving my watch and my key. Don't want folks thinking
I'm a child, I'm a mother, I'm a sinner, I'm a saint. I do not
wonder who stopped the rain. Here goes the
that ain't nothing but dumb soul love. I said, hey. Yeah.
Why is Matthew always stoned? That's his name.
Hey, we're a bar band. Have some respect, man. We love you all. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys next time.